In this video, we're road tripping to Florida.
I hope we make it. Okay.
What does everybody think?
You're gonna have to watch and see.
Right.
Oh, good morning. It is real early for us, and today's our departure day, and so we're getting things, a few last minute things packed up, and walking through the checklist for the house right here. All the things that I need to do, like make sure all the windows are locked, drain all the faucets, turn down all the thermostats, make sure things are unplugged. So we're doing all that this morning. I have to take a shower, so I think I'm going to go do that and get dressed right now. I'll be right back. Oh, all dressed. Now, time to get the last stuff packed up and hit the road. We should be driving by less than an hour from now, and we have a pretty good drive, but we'll talk more about that and where we're going in a little bit once we get on the road. So. Welcome back to ZEPHYRTRAVELS. I'm Randy.
And I'm Diane.
And that's Monty.
If you can see him.
And we're starting off on our winter adventures. So this year, where are we heading, Diane?
We're headed into Florida, and we'll be there for probably 4 months or so.
Almost 5 months, probably.
Yeah, almost 5 months.
And we're doing something different this year. We're staying in one place.
Yes, we actually have reservations at a local 55 and over park where we'll be staying for at least 4 months. And it's something different for us this year, a little bit quieter winter, not as much traveling around.
Not as much drama, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, as we end this year, we'll open a new chapter in 2025. We'll be healthier and less extreme for us.
Yeah.
And for Monty.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to it. A little bit warmer weather. We got out of our area just in time with a storm in the forecast for later this week. So, we're happy about that. Right now we're driving through the hills of Pennsylvania where it's raining a little bit, but at least it's not snow, and we're not seeing any snow in the forecast. We hope to get down, a little bit further south today and into some better weather.
Yeah, and the place we're staying, we won't tell you the exact same place we're staying. We're save that for a future video, but we're going to be in Central Florida, and so that opens up some different opportunities. There's a lot to do in Central Florida. So even though we're not traveling around the different parks, I think we're going to be able to have a variety of things to keep us entertained and to keep you guys entertained.
Yeah, we have some fun things that we want to do, Disney World, and go into Tampa, maybe do some kayaking and paddleboard riding. Randy will be doing that. Definitely not any waterways where we might encounter alligators, hopefully. Right. But we'll see.
So, we want
invite you guys to kind of follow along with us. And like I said, this is our first day of. I'm planning on taking about 3 days to get to Florida. We don't have to check in until 5 days from today, but hopefully we can check in early. So follow along as we make our way down to Florida. We'll give you updates as we go along.
All right.
All right. See me, but it's about 7 o'clock at night and we made it to our campsite. A couple of issues that we'll get into I'll show you in the morning, but this is the KOA in Doswell, Virginia, and we've got just a site for the night, and then we'll be heading back on to 95. Just for reference, if you're ever in this area, King's Dominion is like right over here, but it's a little dark, so we will get into this a little bit more in the morning. Well, this is our campsite here at the King's Dominion KOA, and this is our first stop for the night. Got here about 7 o'clock last night. You can see it's just a pull-through site. We're actually pulled in backwards because it was hard to get level the other way. I didn't really want to unhitch. I would have to unhitch to get the front of the trailer down low enough. So we pulled in backwards. One thing I will say about this campground, when we hooked into the water pressure is so high that it blew my water filter apart. So keep that in mind. I think they got it pumped up for when the campground is full, and a lot of people are using the water pressure. But when they're not that full right now, the water pressure is well over 100 psi. System coming up the east coast that we happen to be hitting. Thankfully, we're far enough south that it's just rain.
Right. If we had been at home, there is a winter storm warning with quite a bit of snow expected over the next several days.
So this is going that way, and that's what's going to make the snow.
We're going the other way.
We're going south.
Opposite.
Yeah, and I think it's supposed to end tonight.
Yeah, but it's still supposed to stay cool.
It's actually supposed to get cold.
Yes.
Get down into the 30s tonight.
Yeah. So we'll be spending the night at a KOA in North Carolina.
Yeah, Lumberton. It's like 17 miles from North Carolina, South Carolina border.
Right. So we'll be there for one night, and then tomorrow another day of driving.
Yep. Yeah, today's drive was just under 300 miles.
Yeah.
So about 5 hours driving.
Right. So not as long as yesterday, but we wanted to get as far south as we could yesterday before stopping, and actually we got stopped before it started to rain, which was good.
Yeah.
So today we might have to park in the rain. But,
well, we had to get going
right.
Today in the rain.
Right.
So.
And here's Monty to say hello.
Hey, buddy.
Say hello. He's not speaking very much right now. If there was a reason, he would be speaking, but you know. But he's the strong
we'll give you a couple shots of the KOA when we get there, or either today or tomorrow morning. And we'll check back with you tomorrow.
Okay. See you guys later.
Bye. Well, good morning, everybody. This is starting our third day of our road trip to Florida, and we're in Lumberton, South Carolina, and this is the Lumberton KOA. And we spent the night here. It's right off of I-95. In fact, you can hear I-95 in the background with traffic a little bit. It's a KOA journey, which to me represents KOAs that are designed more for overnight as opposed to destination or holiday type KOA where it's near some place where you want to be to spend a vacation. I'm a little mixed on this one. The KOA is nice enough, but I thought the pricing was a little high for what you get. And from that perspective, what I'm saying is that we paid over about $65 a night for our site, for an overnight site, which the previous night we spent $37 for that campsite for overnight, and I feel that that's more in line with what you should be paying for a campsite, especially in December when it's really off season. I mean, you don't have access to the pool. There's really not a lot of things here that you can do that you're getting for your money. So from that perspective, I'm kind of questioning why this is a $65 campsite. It was 30 amp electric, I don't know, maybe 30 amp and 50 amp electric, water and sewer, which, to be honest with you, we didn't even take advantage of the last two, water or sewer. But anyways, it was convenient, it was off the road, it fit in very well with our breaking up our driving time for the day. And reality was yesterday, it just rained all day. We were driving all day and rained, sometimes pretty heavy. So being able to get off the road at a reasonable time in the afternoon when we did was good. And it happened to be that the rain finally broke about the time we stopped driving, so that was good. Now today is sunny but cold. It got down to 32 degrees last night, but today looks to be a sunny day, and I think the temperature is going to get up into the 60s. We will hit the end of Georgia today. We won't quite make Florida, but we've got another campground set up for tonight that we'll share with you later, and then we'll get into Florida on Friday. So that's an update for today. We'll talk more once we get on the road.
You have to stop at Buc-ee's when you go buy one, even if you don't need any gas. But it's a good chance to fill up on whatever you do need and pick up some food and walk your dog.
Yeah, one thing I've learned with our truck, with it having a smaller gas tank, is it always makes sense to fill the truck up when you stop, and as opposed to just trying to run it to empty all the time. If you got a half a tank, put a half a tank in it, then your next driving time can be a little longer if you need it. Georgia-Florida line.
Okay.
It sounds like a group.
I know. And then we have a short drive tomorrow to our park that we're going to be staying at for the next 4 months. We've changed our reservations a little bit since we will be a couple days early. So we're going to, right now we're on 95.
95 south. You're in South Carolina, and you're getting close to the South Carolina-Georgia border.
Right. It's sunny, bright sunshine after rain yesterday. Bright sunshine, currently 58 degrees. We did hear that where we live in New York State, they're having a snowstorm with wind and extreme cold temperatures. Schools are closed. Roads are bad with high winds. So, we're certainly glad that we got out of there just in time for this most recent snowstorm.
Yep. And we had a fun stop today.
Yeah. Today we stopped at Buc-ee's location in Florence, South Carolina. If you've been to Buc-ee's before, you know that it's a fun place to stop, not only for gas, but mainly to go into their store. And their store is huge, sells a wide variety of just about anything you're looking for. And picked up our lunch and some snacks, a couple treats for the dogs, and a magnet. Something I haven't picked up before, which I'm surprised. And it's always a fun stop, and they do have a nice area, a big area at that location to walk your dogs, or if you have another kind of cat or whatever kind
Your
of pet
pets.
you have.
Yeah.
So we did that, got the dogs out for a little bit, and let them do their business, and then got back on the road. So yeah, we have about 2 more hours to drive today, and then we'll stop for the night and continue our journey tomorrow.
Yep. Tomorrow we should hit Florida.
Right. And then, like I said, the park we're staying at. I think we've said before, this is a new thing for us this year. We're staying in one location for several months. And after last year, or after earlier this year, we decided to stay a bit closer to home and be a little more settled. If there's something needed, some type of medical issue that either one of us or the dogs experience, we will be close to the facilities we will need. So that's what we've decided to do this year, just to be kind of on the safe side and a little more cautious.
Yeah, so we're doing something different this year by staying in one place, and it's something we haven't really done hardly at all before. I think that we did do 2 months a long time ago, but
Yeah.
we haven't really stayed in one place. But being Central Florida, I think there's a lot to do.
Right,
So,
we're kind of central between Tampa and Orlando, so we'll have many chances to go to Disney or surrounding attractions and see whatever else there is to
yeah, just a
explore.
chance to go get around and explore Florida would be fun. I think it's still recording. It'd be fun to just get around and explore Florida. So, because we're doing something different, I think our videos are going to be a little bit different. So, one of the things that I want to put out to you guys who watch our videos is, what do you want to see in our videos? First of all, are you familiar with Central Florida? And if you are, is there some places that we should visit while we're there? And also, because we're not going to be traveling to different parks and such with the trailer so much, our videos will change in that, it'd be more, what we do and not so much of a video on our travels. So expect a little bit of a change there. So if there's anything you want to see in these videos, let us know in the comments, and we'll try to incorporate them as we make changes this year.
Right. We're always looking for new places to go and see, activities to do, and because we've never really explored the state of Florida. So,
We've seen bits and pieces, but we don't spend more than a couple months there at the most. And, to spend pretty much the whole winter there will be pretty different.
Yeah, it'll be different. The weather will be different than out west. I'm sure we might have some cooler temperatures
the winters we spend in Phoenix area,
Yeah.
we've hardly had any rain.
Yeah, and it's been, you know, pretty mild temperatures.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've kind of brought clothes for all temperatures, really.
Yep.
And you never know what to expect.
All right, well, let's keep going. Like you said, we've got a little less than 2 hours to our next KOA. It seems to be a KOA journey. And we're spending the night there, and then we're rolling to Florida tomorrow morning.
Right. So I hope you will continue to go along with us.
Yeah.
And we'll see you tomorrow. Stop on our trip down to Florida is at the Jacksonville North St. Mary's KOA. It is literally on the Georgia-Florida line. I think Florida's a mile away that way, the state line is. This is it's a typical KOA. I mean, the sites are a little on the narrow side. Obviously, we're here when it's not too busy, so you don't feel like you're packed in next to your neighbor. Off season, the swimming pool and everything's empty, and no swimming, but it does have a dog park, and they do have sites with dog parks on them for your dog, so you can have a private dog park if you'd like. Cost on this one was a little expensive. This one was $67 a night, and I think that's a little bit steep for off season, so you don't have a lot of amenities, but they do offer breakfast. They had this morning waffles available, and then on the weekends they have waffles and bacon and such, a little bit more with the breakfast. So I didn't think that was too bad to include that at least. At least you're getting a little something extra for that. And they did have, you could get a breakfast sandwich or something else if you wanted. And they had a evening menu with pizza and sandwiches and such that you could order. And they'd actually bring it right out to your campsite if you'd like. So those were a couple of nice little perks for this campground. I think you should be able to tell there's some background noise. We're literally right on the expressway I-95. I can see the traffic running back and forth, and there's not a lot of noise protection here, so you do hear the traffic, though we didn't hear it that much inside the trailer, thankfully. So it was fairly quiet when we were relaxing and sleeping this past night, but they can hear it. If you're outside, it's pretty noisy. They do consider this a KOA holiday, and to me a holiday means it's more of a destination point. There's something in this area that you'd want to come to and spend time, or the campground has a little bit more to offer. The pool was a little bit more deluxe. It did have a water slide, but I don't really see a lot more to designate this a holiday versus a journey KOA. There's really not a lot of kid activities here or anything beyond just the normal playground and mini golf. And I think the mini golf is only 9 holes. Well, we're going to finish off our trip to Florida today. We'll hit Florida in a couple minutes once we get going, and we'll talk to you then.
we've made it to Florida.
So we're going to end the video here, and you all will have to stay tuned for our future videos where we take you along on what exactly we're going to be doing while we're in Florida. We'll have many adventures, Disney World, things in Tampa,
Central Florida. The Florida Super RV Show, we're going to be there for that, so make sure you check those videos out when they come in January.
And we also may have a couple surprises. We haven't decided definitely on what we're going to do, but we have a couple things in mind.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff I think we can do while we're down here, and we're going to try to make the most of it. So definitely, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, what should they do?
Please subscribe to our channel. We would greatly appreciate it. Zephyr Travels.
Leave us a comment. Tell us what you do when you're in Florida. And until the next time,
right.
We'll see you guys down the road.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Let's not waste time. We'll take this slow.